Let me recap for you what happened today on the floor of the Senate when we passed the budget out on second reading, third reading tomorrow. Republicans talked common sense. Liberal Democrats whined and cried and continued with their mythology that they can tax you into prosperity, regulate you into riches, and that more government's going to solve all of your problems. Folks, that's what they did for years. That's why when I arrived up here in 2011 with the Republican majorities in the House and Senate, we had a multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall because this is what they did all the years they were up here. Every year, they would spend all the money that was in the budget. They would borrow all the money they could borrow. We can't borrow any more. Don't need to. Then, in bad years, they would spend all the money, borrow all they could, and then have emergency needs to raise your taxes. Thanks to them, North Carolina achieved the highest taxed state in the Southeast moniker. Not something you want to have hanging around your neck. It also is not something you want to have hanging around your economy. We saw the lowest growth prior to the Great Recession. And the reason was because we were the place that people did not want to come to when they could go to a low-tax state. So what are we doing? First off, we're balancing your budget. We're going to see to it that your money is spent wisely and effectively, and that we don't waste funds, that common sense spending priorities are put in place so that we have infrastructure for the future, so that we have an educated population and workforce, so that we have courts and a criminal justice system that works, and the other constitutional things our state is supposed to do. But we are never going to buy into the mentality that used to exist up here, and God forbid it ever comes back, because that'll be the day that we turn into what you see over in Europe or what you see on the west coast of the United States, what you see up in Illinois, states that to deal with their budget woes have just jacked spending up through the roof. What has it done to their economies? It has crushed them, crushed them. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to continue to push ahead with your support. We're going to listen to you. We're going to do the things you sent us up here to do. We're going to keep our promises, and we're going to look for a better day in North Carolina. You keep your own money. You spend it. You grow your businesses. You do what you want to do with the money you earned. Because, folks, all the money we spend up here comes out of your pocket. And I think that most of it, almost all of it, but for the constitutional mandates the state is to keep, should stay in your pockets. I think that's just common sense, and I hope that we can all agree on that one.